Lord today.
Praise the Lord.
Can you give your pastor Cameron and his wife, Karen, and their family? Can you give them a big hand today? First of all, I give honor to God, who is the reason why we all are here. I'm very grateful for this opportunity of having some time to share a few words on behalf of the Camerons. There's a lot I can say. There's a lot that needs to be said. And I only have a little bit of time, so I will use it wisely. First of all, I want to say that I appreciate Pastor Cameron and his wife and their kids.
Amen.
And you know, their kids are my favorite. They know that too. And just for the record today, they're all my favorite, all of them. But I really thank the Lord that I've had the opportunity of meeting this wonderful family. I knew Sister Cameron when she was not Sister Cameron at the time, Roxanne Edwards in those days. And like you all know, we went to church together, we grew up together. She was like my sister, still is. So I'm grateful now that because of her, I had the opportunity of meeting her husband, Dr. Cameron, and having the privilege of sharing in his ministry as well. I come to say a couple of things today, real quickly. And that is, I come to admonish you as Paul did, that we should reverence our leaders and not to make their work difficult. Amen. For Paul says, they watch out for your soul. Amen. Amen. They have two major responsibilities. Number one, they have to pray for you. They have to labor and travail to God on your behalf. That's number one. Number two, they have to ask God to forgive you. They have to ask God to spare you. They represent you to God. They watch out for your souls. So Paul admonishes us that we should not make their work difficult. Don't make them cry. Don't make them suffer. Don't make them go through hard times, because it is their responsibility to labor for your soul. The job of a pastor is very difficult but also a very honorable job. And I was thinking a few weeks ago or a few days ago, I remember Pastor Cameron was talking that he came to our church last week and we celebrated our 25th anniversary. And he was trying to remember when was his 25th. He didn't remember, and nobody else did remember either. So he just passed. But it reminded me of a story of a missionary that I heard of years ago who was returning from Africa, and he came back on the same vessel that brought back the United States President, who went on a safari to Africa. And they were coming back. It was a ship, I think, at the time that brought them back together. And the president, of course, he had an entourage to meet him. He had all his FBI and Secret Service and all his members of his cabinet. They all came to the ship to meet him. They had this banner, this fanfare, welcoming him back home. And the missionary came back. He's been away for 25 years. No one was there to meet him. And he just stood there and he was enjoying the festivity, and then he said, but I wonder who came to see me. I know the devil can speak to you in those times. Which he did. And the devil said, you give your life here and the mission field, and nobody came to see you. But then the Lord spoke into his spirit and says, son, he's home. You're not home yet.
All right now.
So I can say to Pastor Cameron, you're not home yet. But in the meantime, you're getting ready to go home. You just want to take some time out to say we appreciate you. And your family. And for your labor of love in this part of the vineyard, I know the work you do is a very good work. You're very blessed here at Lighthouse. Amen. You're very blessed to have a pastor like Pastor Cameron. I want to highlight a couple of things today about him that I know is worthy of mention. And the first thing is his teaching ministry. Dr. Cameron is a good teacher. Amen. He's a good servant of the Word. Yes. He knows how to exegete the Word, how to present it. Correct. Amen? Amen. And that's one of the reasons why you're blessed here. You have a very good preacher and a teacher of the Word. And the other reason why you're blessed is that you have a couple and the kids as well that really care about you. You know, if you talk with someone for 5 minutes, you can know exactly what they're about.
Correct.
But I guarantee you, you will not speak to the cameras for more than 5 minutes without Lighthouse coming up. Somewhere in that, Lighthouse comes up. And the reason why it comes up in that discussion is because that's the biggest thing on their mind. Next to their devotion to God is their devotion to the church. And God, that's why God has blessed this ministry, because they are very much a part of this. They love you. They talk about you all the time. And I know that they have a deep burden and a deep vision and commitment to this church. Thank God for the cameras. I'm glad I have an opportunity to come here and celebrate you. And to celebrate the good things that God has done for you here at Lighthouse. God bless you and keep on honoring your pastors.